What's up, guys? It's CJ, and I'm gonna take you back and show you how I made this beautiful, awesome, amazing backyard barbecue feast using only my ZGrills pellet grill. You ain't gonna wanna miss this one. Y'all, this is the third episode of ZGrills Smoker School. I invite you guys to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more episodes of ZGrills Smoker School. But it's time to get started on this backyard barbecue feast. Today, we're gonna cook some of my favorites. We got some ribs, we got some chicken, and I'm gonna show you how to make some baked beans and some cheesy jalapeno cornbread. Having a large cooking area like the one in the ZGrills pellet grill, having that great PID 3.0 temperature control makes it an easy situation to cook a big backyard feast like this one. All right, guys, so the first thing we gotta do is prep our ribs and our chicken. For the ribs, we're gonna get them out of the packaging. We're using St. Louis cut ribs. We wanna dry them off and then we wanna trim off the sides. Sometimes on the sides, they just cut through a bone, so you wanna make sure you get that part taken off. And then on the thin side, you wanna cut that part off too, because it'll dry up or burn on you. And then we're gonna trim off that back skirt. We're gonna remove that back membrane. It takes a little bit of effort. Get yourself a butter knife and a paper towel. Just get under that first bone and start working at pulling that membrane off. And then we're gonna get them seasoned up. We're gonna use a little sweet heat barbecue rub. Get the top, the bottom, sides to the sides, you know, get it nice and covered. And then we're gonna let them sit and sweat in that barbecue rub for at least 25 minutes. Next up, let's prepare our chicken. For the chicken, we're gonna use a technique called spatchcocking. That's where you remove the backbone and flatten out the bird. Get yourself a nice sharp knife to score the back and a nice sharp pair of poultry shears to cut out that backbone. Use that knife to score part of the chicken breastbone and then flip over that bird, perform a little CPR and flatten out that bird. We're gonna season it up with a little savory and spicy barbecue rub. Make sure you just cover it in that rub. Front, back, side to side too. For this cook, we're gonna use ZGrills applewood pellets. Applewood goes great with pork and chicken, so it's perfect for this cook. We're gonna get that chicken and the ribs on. We're gonna use ZGrills integrated temperature probes for both the chicken and the ribs. We're gonna place one of the probes in the thickest part of the chicken breast and then another one in one of the thick parts of the ribs. And we'll be able to track that cook using ZGrills' awesome app. We're going to set the grill up to 275 Fahrenheit, and then we're going to set each temperature on each probe to 165. For the chicken, we want to take that breast up to 165. We'll pull it out and let it rest. For the ribs, we want to take it to 165, and then we're going to wrap it up in some goodies that I'll show you in a sec. Now, that awesome ZGrills app isn't just for tracking your cooks. It also has tons of recipes and videos that are easy to follow no matter what your skill level. While the ribs and chicken are coming up to temperature, I want to take a second and talk about ZGrills' wonderful crowdfunding program. It rewards trust and loyalty to ZGrills. Once you buy that first ZGrills pellet grill, you're locked into their wonderful crowdfunding program. You buy that first ZGrills pellet grill, and you get 10 more for free once every 5 years up to 50 years. This ZGrills crowdfunding program is bold, it's smart, and it's nothing like anybody's doing in the industry. It's definitely one of the best benefits of being part of the ZGrills family. Our ribs have come up to temperature first, so we're going to go ahead and get them wrapped up in some foil. Now, what I use is a little bit of butter, a little bit of that barbecue seasoning we put on the ribs, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of barbecue sauce. I'm using a sweet barbecue sauce on there. We're just gonna wrap it up and throw it back into the grill and let it come up to about 205, 207, right in that area, so it's nice and probe tender. Once that happens, we're going to open up that wrap, flip the ribs back over, give it a little bit more barbecue sauce, get it nice and brushed down, nice and glossy and shiny and tasty. Shut the lid, give it another 15 minutes for that sauce to set, and then we'll take them inside the house and let them rest. By about that time, our chicken is ready to go too. We're gonna pull it off the grill. That bird looks amazing. We're gonna also set it in the house and let it rest. Now it's time to work on our sides. These are two of my favorite. We got some barbecue baked beans and some cheddar jalapeno cornbread. And they're both amazing when you give them a little taste of smoke from your ZGrills pellet grill. First up, we're gonna doctor up our baked beans. We're gonna throw them in a cast iron pan, throw some sweet and spicy barbecue rub in there. We're gonna use 1 minced jalapeno, add a cup of cooked diced bacon, 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce, and then give it a nice mix. For our cornbread, we're just going to use the package directions, but add a cup of Colby Jack to the mix. So you throw your egg, your milk, and then that cup of Colby Jack in there, give it a nice mix. We're going to pour that mix in a well-greased cast iron pan. Then we'll top that off with a few sliced jalapenos. Using our app, we're going to bump up the temperature to 385. We'll throw both our cornbread and those beans in at the same time. Give it a kiss of smoke. Let them cook for about 20 minutes. We'll pull them out, get them served up with the rest of our feast. Guys, our feast is done. We're gonna get in the house. We're gonna slice off a leg of that chicken, give it a bite. You know it's good, baby. Then we're gonna slice off one of them ribs, and of course, we're gonna give that a bite. Guys, tender, tasty, sweet, lovely, just like your boy. Do not sleep on this feast. All right, team, that is it for this cook. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of ZGrills Smoker School. I invite you guys to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, all that good YouTube stuff. And make sure you guys come back for the next episode of ZGrills Smoker School with CJ. Take care, y'all.